Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Julie and this is my channel Mama to 4, and today I want to do a review on my son's grade 1 homeschool curriculum this past school year. Forgive me for my voice, I'm just getting over a cold so it's not quite all there. But I did a video at the beginning of the school year sharing with you what curriculum we chose for this grade 1 school year, and then I did a video in January which was like a halfway point review, but I wanted to do an end of year review just to share with you guys how this curriculum worked, what we're going to use again next year, and what curriculum we're going to switch up. And so I just thought when I do the curriculum like haul at the beginning of the school year, I think that's really good just to show you guys what we're planning on doing, but it's not really a good review until we've completed a year of using it. So I'm going to share with you how this grade 1 homeschool curriculum worked for us. So we're going to start with math. We used Math-U-See. This was our second year using Math-U-See. We did it for kindergarten. We used the Math-U-See primer book. And so this year we did the grade 1 book, which is Alpha. So I'll show you the manipulatives too that come with it. So I've just got a Ziploc bag full of them, but all these numbers, units, 2, 3, like all the blocks, some 10 blocks and some 100 blocks here. So this Math-U-See book, at the beginning of the year, I thought, oh, this is kind of repeating what we've learned in primer. And then I realized that primer is basically an introduction to all the concepts that are later learned in grade 1. So the beginning of the book we went through it pretty quick just because, you know, he had done it already in primer, just kind of an introduction to it, and so if it was something that he caught on to quickly in primer, and once he got into the grade 1 book, he already knew it. And so I don't know that we skipped anything. There might have been a couple things we skipped, like these. Okay, this is what we skipped right at the beginning of the year. He had to write these numbers from 0 to 20 like numerous times, and so we just skipped some of the pages because it was just really repetitive. But then we went through and he did lots of addition, lots of subtraction. I should mention, as I'm filming this video right now, I don't know exactly when it will go up onto my channel, but as of today, we are about 3 weeks away from finishing the school year. So he only has I think it'll probably take him about 3 or 4 more days to finish up this book completely. So we've gotten almost to the end. So he's doing like word problems here, just something we did the other day here. Word problems, he's not the neatest writer, but he's learning to write out some of the numbers, not just write the number. But addition and subtraction, and he's caught on to this very well. We are definitely using Math-U-See again for grade 2, and that is the Math-U-See Beta book that we'll be doing next. Then on to writing, and we did handwriting without tears. This was, I think, yes, this was our first year doing handwriting without tears. Great book, very short. Like he finished this by Christmas, I'm sure it was by Christmas. It's pretty short, so he just had, it was basically like an introduction to capital letters. He had already written some capital letters. It was an introduction to lowercase. I guess the kindergarten book is more focused on, I've never used it, but I think it's more on learning how to write uppercase letters, and then here it's lowercase. But it's just lots of like sentences. He practices over and over again writing these letters, and it shows him the technique for how to write each letter. But like I said, it was really quick. He finished it by the end of the year. I'm not going to get this for grade 2. I had no issues with it, but I found another book that I'm going to use for him instead in grade 2, which I'll show you when I do a grade 2 like curriculum haul, I guess, in the next couple of months. But I wanted to get him the cursive one next, and I noticed that their cursive book is for grade 3, which is fine. I could still do it in grade 2, but I thought, you know what, I'm gonna just do the other grade 2 book I got, get him to use that as far as getting cleaner and better at writing printing, and then we'll get on to cursive, and we'll probably go back to handwriting without tears, I think, for cursive when we get to grade 3. The other writing book we used, which is a spelling book, this is Spelling-U-See, and there are 2 of these books. I would say if I had any complaint about these books, my only thing would be to say that it's a lot. This is a book, so you can see how thick it is. It's a pretty good sized book. There were 2 of these, so this is the second workbook. And like I said, we're about 3 weeks out from the end of the school year. And most of his books, like his math, he's almost done. His geography, he's done. There's a lot of things he's almost done or done. And this book, he is about not even halfway through the second book. So we're kind of going through some of it quickly just to end it up, because a lot of it is review and stuff he's already done. And we'll probably just go into the summer a little bit and just, just try to finish this book. So, but it's great. The first book was all like a lot of spelling words. So he was learning these like nursery rhymes, and then I'd be giving him spelling words. The second book is a bit different, and what it is we're learning these nursery rhymes again, and what he does is each page it has something else for him to do. So this one, they wanted him to highlight all of the vowel chunks, they call it. So all like the two vowels, or sometimes it's OW or EY, any of those he's highlighting, and then he is also copying out the poem. This just takes him a while. Like, it just takes him a while to write out that much. And so, as just to get an idea how this is going, we do school 4 days a week. We do Fridays, we have like a homeschool co-op, and so I will get him to do maybe a little bit of reading or something, but we don't do like writing. So this is 4 days a week. But we do it 4 days a week, like every day, and that's how much he still has left. So I don't know. I feel like that's quite a bit left, but maybe he's just slow at writing, and maybe I should be doing more than a page a day. I don't know. Anyways, as we go on further, so he's doing like the bossy R chunks, so the ER, AR, OR, UR, and so on. That is what he is highlighting. I'm just looking at my time here thinking, you know what, I think in this video, I'm going to do math, reading, and writing. And then I think I'm going to do another video with everything else, just because this video could end up taking forever. So yeah, let's do that. So that's our spelling book. I've already ordered next year's spelling curriculum, and we are going to be doing the spelling UC once again. I did get another writing book. If you remember, if you guys watched my grade 1 curriculum haul, I got this writing book as well. We started it. We've probably done 1 week's worth of work, and we didn't go back to it at all. So I have 2 reasons for that. Number 1, it was just too much writing. As you can see, we had handwriting without tears, we had spelling UC, and then we had this. So just too much writing. And so I thought maybe we'll finish the handwriting without tears and then do this the second half of the year. But spelling just took up enough time that was kind of like spelling, but it was also writing work. And number 2 for not using this book as much is, I know this can depend for your child, depending how advanced your child is in writing and in reading. But I found it pretty advanced for grade 1. A lot of it, I think if we were to do it now, Elijah would be just fine. He'd be able to look in this book and do a lot of the things they've asked him to do. But at the beginning of grade 1, he just was not ready for it. It was too advanced. So let me just give you a little example if I can. Okay, so it starts off with this. I'm going to have to look here to see what it says. Okay. Look at the picture, read the sentence pairs, which pair is more fun to read? So like we go to the park, we see trees, we play ball at the park, Emma's team wins. That he wouldn't have been able to read that at the beginning of grade 1. He just wouldn't have been able to even read that. And then a story like this, so this is a page he did do. He's choosing which topic to write about. He couldn't read a happy robot at the beginning of grade 1. Some kids can, he could not. So, I mean, that's fine. I could read that to him. And then it says write a sentence about the topic. So he has to copy the scary monster because he didn't know how to write that. And then, honestly, like, he couldn't write very much or read very much at the beginning of grade 1. So, like, he came up with is big. I think I even helped him with that because he just wasn't into writing and coming up with his own. I don't know. It's hard to explain. But if you understand what I mean, it was just write and draw 3 topics. Like, it's just, I thought it was too advanced for what he was for what he knew at the very beginning of grade 1. Like I said, I think we could go back and do it now and he would do a lot better. But we'll see. I might just save this for grade 2 and do that for extra grade 2. We'll see. Anyways, let's get on to reading and then we'll end this video because it's long already. I don't usually do videos this long. So, beginning of the year, once again, if you guys remember, we did this book called The Ordinary Parent's Guide to Teaching Reading. I did this in kindergarten with Elijah, and then we continued on doing it in grade 1. I was going to do it all year. We got to about, I don't even know, probably early on this calendar year, so it was probably February, I think it was. And we were just having a hard time. He was learning so much, so many words. We were doing like, I ended up typing this up, not typing it, as you can see. I wrote out all these words for him because these were all just tricky words that we had learned that he was having a little bit of a hard time with. So like the silent K, you've got the DGE, what else do we have? How OUGH says off, like just lots of tricky things. And it was just a lot for him. It was just a lot. He couldn't really keep up with all the different sounds and more advanced and intricate sounds. So I was just looking up reviews and stuff on this, and a couple people told me, actually, you know what, someone commented on my channel. That's where I discovered it. Someone commented on my channel and said, when you're done this book, okay, so he's like, probably has about a quarter of it left. When you're done this book, they're supposed to be reading at about a grade 4 level. I had never thought of that before, but it totally made sense. I thought, honestly, that makes sense. He will be at a grade 4 reading level when he's done reading this book. And so it was just kind of a struggle every day. Like for me, it was like, okay, let's do reading. And he was like, ugh. So both of us were just like kind of dreading it every day because it was hard for me to have enough patience with him because he was having such a hard time. It was just, and so we just wouldn't get anywhere. He, of course, was frustrated. Anyways, we took a break from this book, and I have not opened this book until now, since February. So what we've been doing instead is just reading books, and that has been so much nicer. We've been using these pathway readers. This is the 3rd one he's on. Maybe he finished it today. He was near the end, and I see that his bookmark is gone, so he might have even finished it today. And we'll just get easy readers from the library, and he has just been reading. So that has helped him learn to read so much more. We'll probably get back into this one, I don't even know, maybe beginning of grade 2, maybe we'll do it halfway through the year, I don't know. But like I said, it gets you a long ways, and so he just wasn't ready for that end part yet. And so this is great. Just reading is what's helping him get better at reading. So anyways, I'm going to end this video right here because, as I have said, it is long enough. So we're going to stop. I am going to turn this off, and I'm going to do another video that will go up. I don't know if it'll go up in a couple of days or next week or what. Maybe by the time I edit this video and post it, I'll know, and so I'll put it down below or in the description or something. But I will do another video with our history, science, geography, language arts. I think that's it with those book reviews. So make sure you keep your eye open for that video. That will come out soon. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!